Me and Emily are on a mission to go and see a car. Now, I might not be buying it. I'm very, very excited to see it, and the chances of me buying it are very high. However, if there's a load of rust underneath or something, then this won't happen, and this video won't be seen by anyone. So if you're watching this video, that means I bought it. Oh my god, those creaks don't sound very reassuring. So I bought it. This is it. What an absolute beast. Look at that. Oh man, it's so cool. There's a few little bits that need some attention, mainly the seat belt. It's basically just come off of its support from a bracket inside, and obviously that's not very safe. The inside is pretty impressive. No cassette or 8-track or anything, it's literally just radio. So it is the next day, and this is one of the problems I've got. I've not got anywhere to keep this thing yet. We need to find a workshop. But yeah, see this cover is like a sponge. This is less than ideal, as you can see. So to go through a few details, I paid £3,750 for the whole car. Now that seems like quite a lot of money, but where I live, this is worth quite a lot of money. This number plate here alone is worth about £3,000. So I kind of bought the car knowing that at the very least I've got £3,000 worth of stuff that's now in my name, that's appreciating asset. Loads of people want them, but obviously I do want to do up the car, but it's going to take a hell of a lot of work. The car works, it drives as you saw, and it's not in too bad condition, but there is still a fair bit of work to be done if we want to get it looking absolutely mint and driving absolutely mint. You can see all this rust here. This, for the most part, is superficial. Like, that's not just gonna fall apart, but surface rust is still rust, and it needs to be gone. And there's quite a bit of it. So realistically, the whole thing needs to be completely stripped. Now, in order for us to do that, we need a big workshop. Now, I haven't got one of those, so in order to find one of those, that's going to take a little bit of time, but I very much want to do it. I think it'd be a great thing for me to do in my lifetime, to restore a classic car. I'd be doing it with a family member, which would be awesome as well. You can see this is the chassis here, and it's solid. You know, that flaking off there is just the under seal. But yeah, it obviously, I don't know if you can see, it needs work. Absolutely needs work. It's missing bits, but I mean, that is all irrelevant. That is the least of our worries. The biggest problem, and I'll show you this now, with one of the many keys to get into this thing. Well, that's not. Oh, there we go. Just a bit slow in the morning, aren't we all? So yeah, the biggest problem is down here. If I just get in here. So this is the biggest problem. And now this, for anybody who knows anything about the Reliant Scimitar, this is a very common fault. So this entire thing is a part of the roll cage, which pretty much is non-existent. Not that the car's about to fall apart. It's obviously very well supported in other areas, but the main concern is the seatbelt like ratchet mechanism. I'm not sure what the name is for this. Is meant to be mounted very securely to that, and as you can hear, that's going all the way up there, and that is not mounted securely. There's a crap ton of rust. I mean, the whole thing, that's not that's not rust anymore, that is rot. So all of this metal is pretty much gone. Some of this is still okay, but you'd need to go all the way down to the bottom, find the most solid, secure metal, and then weld an entire new bracket in. You can see obviously this is all still very sturdy, and obviously so is this. I've tried yanking this off and it's all good, but obviously the biggest problem is that, and it's exactly the same as well on this side. That is the entire metal roll cage moving around. But as you can see, the car is bloody lovely. The seat doesn't move forward anymore, it's just jammed. But yeah, just look at it, it's just absolutely stunning. The clock is actually telling the right time, so that is a plus. One thing does actually work in the car. Under here, there's various little bits and bobs, and it's just beautiful. Even these little trims, these are obviously being put in here by someone else, but it came with, and they're in very good condition, original Reliant Scimitar like chrome trims with the logo sort of etched into it. It's just gorgeous. But you know, it's not all bad. Like, some of this sort of stuff surely could potentially be in far worse condition than that, and that doesn't look that bad at all. It doesn't smell damp in here at all. Fortunately, it is missing the original sort of back carpet piece, but it doesn't smell damp in here. There's no mold, so it's clearly not had a lot of exposure to water, although it is going to start getting exposure to water because I haven't got a place to put it, so that can't stay like that for long. But yeah, I mean, it's just beautiful. It's got 4 gears, as you can see. And I just put it out of gear. We want to keep that in gear in case it rolls. But it has what's called an overdrive. So basically that's a 5th gear, that little lever there, and you flick it up. I mean, a lot of the electric works, the radio works, the indicators, the horn, a lot of the electrics work fine. So that's good. That means the wiring harness isn't completely shot. A couple of things like the radio antenna, that's actually a motorized thing that's meant to just move up, but that is broken, but you can pull it up by hand. Yeah, it's just such a beautiful car. I mean, if I sell it, the car I would be selling for about $1,500. I really want to restore it. You'll have to let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd be really interested to hear I mean, obviously everyone's going to be interested in seeing this being restored, but it's a very expensive process, and I'm not sure how ready I am. But yeah, there we go. That is the recent car that I bought. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's had all these new headlights put in as well. I'll show you the engine actually. The engine is a 3-litre V6. It's a Ford engine. It was what was in the old Ford Capris. So there's a little lever under here. So there's the engine. So, I mean, I don't know, any car mechanics out there, you can tell me the sort of condition that this is in. Needs some new belts. So yeah, it's, I don't know. What do you think of the condition of all of this? Definitely a lot of rust, but I think it's all sort of surface stuff. The spare wheel's meant to sit in here. I have got the spare wheel, and they put a brand new tyre on it when they got all the tyres changed. There's a little bit of an information thing there. So yeah, what do I do? What do I do? It's going to require a lot of time and probably a good £4,000 or £5,000 spent on it. All right, guys, let me know in the comments.